Hello everyone, Camembert Run here, and welcome, finally, to another one-season wonder. This time, we're in a small principality that plays in the French, We're AS Monaco. Obviously, Monaco is a principality. They play in the French league because, literally, basically a city-state, tax haven. So, AS Monaco, they're actually fairly successful in Ligue 1. They are... Oh, well, that's my history. Where's the club history? They have won Liga on Uber Eats 8 times. The last one, obviously, in 2017, where they had a team with the likes of Ramdal Falcao, Bernardo Silva, Benjamin Mendy, believe Jean Martini as well, and obviously they also had some French teenager. What was that kid's name again? But they were very successful. Unfortunately, that team was picked apart mostly by Man City and PSG. They also won the 5 French Cups. They've won 1 Coupe de Liga, which is now a defunct competition. They don't run it anymore. They also have, and it's not on here, they have 1 European Cup Winners' Cup. They've also won 2 Trophies of Champions, or basically the French Super Cup. In terms of their squad, I've been taking a look at it. It's got some notable additions. We got the tactics. Go away. So this is what I've been able to do. So we've got Seko Fofana in the deep line playmaker role for now, but that is something we need to improve. We also need to get a proper winger. So we have Coln in goal, Philip Coln, who is, he'll be fine. I don't know about the quality of the other goalkeeper. I do need to check that. Radislav Majecki. I might try and look for a new backup goalkeeper. Caio Henrique, Mohamed Salisu, Guillermo Maripan, who seems okay. The problem is this is another team that plays with 3 at the back, so all of the defenders are wide centre-backs. And I don't have... All of my scouting is just requiring wide centre-backs. We'll get on more to that later. Vanderson at wing-back. He gets linked with a lot of English clubs every single year. Yusuf Fofana as our deep line playmaker for now. Dennis Sakari is the ball-winning midfielder. Crepin Diatta on the right wing, which is another area I do actually need to improve. Alexander Golovin in the attacking midfield role. Obviously, he's been with Monaco for a while. I believe he's actually quite successful. Wiesjan Ben Yedder, who I can also rotate with Florian Balogun, who has been joined from Arsenal this summer. Or last summer, I guess now. We are in 2024. And Takumi Minamino on the left wing, obviously signed last season from Liverpool. So we've also got players like Gelson Martins, Myron Bodau, Wilfred Singo, and we've also got this guy who's on holiday. The only problem is we also have Breel Mbolo, who is quite literally out for the whole season. He has got a serious problem. Damaged cruciate. Yeah, he's got dead cruciate ligaments, so he is not going to be of any help to us. So I'd say it's a pretty strong squad. I do either want to get a new right winger or a new deep line playmaker. We need to get somebody who is actually quite good. The biggest problem I have with that is that I only have 3 scouts. It even says the board feels the recruitment team is understaffed. So I am going to try and get a maximum, get a recruitment analyst in, get more scouts in. And then hopefully we will have some friendlies to get out of the way as well. So we got our first one. Where is the schedule? Our first one was against Shots. I have no idea who they are. They're an Austrian team, I think. Oh, Swiss. But they're in a lower league. We got Cercle Bruges, Al Nassr. Oh, we get to meet Ronaldo. Brilliant. Then we got Barcelona and then Sporting Braga. But we kick off against FC Clermont. So, I am going to skip ahead. I'm going to try and make some transfers. You'll join me at the end of July. This is the only segment that won't be with a graphic cut in between it. You'll just join me right at the end of July and I'll show you if I've made any transfers and if I filled out the staff. Anyway, I will see you guys in a moment. Alright, it's the 1st of August. We got through the July. The friendlies were fairly comfortable. You see it battered Shots, came back to beat Bruges and comfortably beat Al Nassr. So I have made some efforts to relieve the staff. We got 4 out of 10 scouts, but it's been very hard to try and bring them in. I think we had a couple, and then they all rejected us to stay in Italy, especially. So I need to maybe look at getting another advert put out. We do have David Trezeguet, though, the former player. Very surprising. Somewhere on here. Yeah, David Trezeguet. But we have at least fixed the coaching situation. We just need 2 more performance analysis, and I mean, we got 3 sports scientists. That's fine. We're a little bit overstaffed in the so I might look at cutting that. In terms of transfers, we did at least get a right winger in. We brought in here we go, Alejandro Pozo from Almeria for about 6.5 million, something like 7 million, rising to 8 million eventually. So we should be able to at least get a proper right winger in. He's 3 stars, can go to 4. We do actually need another centre-back as well, because we've only really got 2 starting centre-backs. Because, of course, Chelsea signed both their starting centre-backs over 2 windows. So we've also got another player loan that's going out potentially to Clerical Bruges. I think that might be an affiliate club. So, see if we can find the affiliate club. Yeah, affiliated. Okay. So we can just pawn off any players onto there. That works. So, where else were we? Yeah, we've only got Saliso and Marapan, that's it. In terms of the scouting, obviously a lot of the players are like 18 to 21 range. Part of the deal that I signed up to was that I signed a lot of players under 22. I forget that all that Monaco literally does is they just sign all the children and then sell the children when they're like 23, 24 to bigger clubs, basically. They are basically a feeder club, which is a shame, but if I remember rightly, and somebody might have to correct me on this, the owner of the club is still paying for his divorce. That was always the story I got told about why that Monaco team got picked apart, was that the owner had a very expensive divorce and his wife took everything. So he's had to fund it. I might be wrong, I might be talking out my ass. That's just what I fucking heard. But the one thing I have noticed is that we do have this guy, Elise Ben Seguir. He's worth 64 million. He's 2.5 stars, and he's potential 5-star player. I'm going to try, obviously I'll be running a lot with Golovin, but Golovin does not last very many matches. So I'm probably going to be starting this guy a lot as the season goes on. And he looks very, very good. So I'm hopefully going to turn this guy into a beast. And when he becomes a beast, I will watch him go. So in terms of like the end of August, we've got Barcelona, we've got Braga, and then we've got 3 fairly winnable games in the Liga 1. We've got a Marseille at the end of September, which might be a challenge. I'm more looking towards when we play PSG away in the November. When do we play them at home? Beginning of March. All right, we also enter the French Cup at the 9th round. I have set a target to reach the final. That's my main aim with this, is to reach the final of the Coupe de France and to get back into Europe. Which, I think if we go to the competitions... Yeah, we're meant to finish 3rd. I want to try and aim for 2nd, but I would take 3rd. Funny that in this Olympic Lyon are scheduled to finish 4th. I think I've only just got out of the relegation. Excuse me. I think they've only just got out of the relegation zone. I put up a little picture to check. Anyway, I will join you guys at the end of August. See you. All right, it's 31st of August. So the first month of here officially of being fixtures has been fun. We got a crazy 4-4 draw with Barcelona. We were 3-0 down at half-time, and we came back to draw 4-4, which was incredibly fun. Yeah, Philip Collin got 5.9, but to be fair, he was up against the likes of João Felix and Robert Lewandowski. I wouldn't judge him for that. We did score 4 goals against Braga, with goals from Balogun, Bodu, and Matsima. But then we got a 1-0 win against Wissam Ben Yedder, 1-0 win against Clermont from a volley goal from Wissam Ben Yedder. Beat Strasbourg 2-0, Golovin and Diatta, and then we wiped over Nantes 3-0 with goals from Ben Yedder, Pozo, and Golovin. So we have had a couple of transfers out, a couple of transfers in. So in the main one, aside from Alejandro Pozo, Alejandro Pozo in. Spanish, we paid about 7 million for him. No way, yeah, we got him in beforehand. You guys know about that. Yep. But we've also got in Montesa Talbi. Tunisian, I brought him in from... One second. Brought him in from FC Lorient. We paid 5 million for him. That was my backup option. So before I go in, just after I show you the one out, which is that we've had a couple of players go on loan. So Idan Diop, Magassa, and Alakush have all gone out on loan. I'm just going to go show you Fulham a second. You'll see why in a minute. So, there is a guy that I was chasing. Don't know if he's going to be in here. Right, let's go to the transfer history. Right. This guy, Valentin Gomez. Okay. Yeah, so I basically was chasing this guy as well from Vélez in Argentina. I offered him 18.5 grand a week and a 1 million signing on bonus, and it would appear that Fulham have offered him 35.5 grand and they were playing in the Premier League. To be fair, I was up against like 20 different clubs, so there was no fucking way I was going to beat him for that, even though he would have gone straight into my team. So that is unfortunate. He was literally 3.5 star potential at League 1 level. He would have absolutely dominated this league. So I now got Tybee instead. We're doing quite well. We won our first 3 games. We are second behind Paris Saint-Germain. The schedule is, it's Lens, Lorient, Nice, and Olympique Marseille. I think these two should be fine. Or maybe Lens might be a bit difficult. But I think we should get by okay. Other than that, it's just trying to sell off Gelson Martins in the deadline day, which I will let you know whether I've been able to do that. Anyway, I will see you guys at the end of September. Okay, it is the end of September. I'd say we've done all right. We've got 2 wins, 2 draws, and we are second in the table. Naturally, we're behind PSG. So, we got our win against RC Lens. We did 2-0 up at one point and 3-1 up, and then they still managed to almost come back. No, that was they equalised right before half time, and I was very, very pissed off. We went 3-1 up, and then they ended up getting a very, very late goal that almost saw them equalise. Then we went to bottom of the table, Lorient, and of course we drew 2-2. Bamba Dieng's goal was especially egregious because basically Caio Henrique missed a pass and it went straight through to Dieng, who was already in between our 2 defenders. So he just ran through and scored. Because apparently that can happen. We then won the derby with Nice. We got 2 goals. They did get 1 in response, but they couldn't find an equaliser. To be fair, we were on top for most of the game, which was pretty good, so that was very useful. We then drew 1-1 with Marseille. Unfortunately, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang managed to escape our offside trap and chip the ball over the keeper, but Golovin got a very, very lucky late goal to rescue us. We have made 1 transfer. We've let a few players out on loan. I couldn't get rid of Gelson Martins. No one wanted him, and the only people that wanted him on loan with no loan fee and no wages covered, and I was just refused. So the main one we brought in is Vicente Pizarro. 20-year-old Chilean defensive midfielder, can play deep line playmaker, so that's a lot of stress off Fofana. And he looks very, very, very good. We got him from Colo Colo for 3.4 million, and we fought off 15, 16 other teams. Oh, excuse me. Apologies, it's been a long week of work. So, we have coming up in the October, we have Reims, Metz, and Lille Osk. That's probably going to be the only challenging game. I think we've got an international break again in between these 2 sides, so that will be fun. But otherwise, I will see you guys at the end of October, where hopefully we will have 3 straight wins. Okay, it's 1st November. October has come and gone. Before I go into the results, I should probably let you know that I've learned what the Pan American Games is. I don't like them. Basically, the Pan American Games is an under-22 tournament, and it has cost me Vanderson, Balogun, and Pizarro. They are all away on international duty. Oh no, Vanderson is back. I guess Brazil crashed out. How terrible. Oh well. But, yes, we're still missing Balogun and Pizarro especially, which is really annoying. The latest they will get back is the 6th, the 11th. So, yeah, Brazil missed out. So, Vanderson is back. So, I will not get back any of these guys until after the Brest game. So, I've been missing them since Reims. In terms of the results, we whooped Reims 4-1 with a hat-trick from Golovin and a late goal from Maripan. We narrowly beat Metz, which was really annoying. Pozo and Saliso gave us an early lead before Metz managed to peg us back. I had to throw on Golovin, and Golovin eventually got us our winning goal. I was hoping I could rest him for this game. And then we drew Lille Osk. We went through ahead from Maripan. David and Cabella put Lille in front, and then we managed to rescue a good draw through Caio Henrique. So that was very, very lucky. I'm beginning to think that Philip Coln is not very good. So I am probably going to be shopping for a new goalkeeper in January. If I've got the money. I might have to make a very big sale. Anyway, for the November fixtures, we got Brest, we got Le Havre, we've got another international break, and then we've got to go to Parc des Princes and get smashed by PSG. This is not going to be fun. Anyway, I will see you guys at the end of November, since not a lot else has happened. See you. Okay, December 1st. The results have been as expected, but we have bigger problems. We'll move on to the results first. So we lost 1-0 to PSG. It wasn't that bad. It was a very tame game, but mostly that our attack wasn't firing. It wasn't great. I wasn't very impressed. I've got a few worries because Minamino and Ben Yedder have both kind of dropped off. Even Golovin's forgotten where his shooting boots were. We've been getting most of our goals through our midfield, and it's a bit worrying. Though we did do very, very well against Le Havre. So we got goals from Pozo, Henrique, Ben Seguir, and an own goal from Gautier Lloris. And then we hammered Brest with goals from Golovin, Fofana, and Henrique. But I mean, that's Golovin's only goal in the last couple of games, so default-minded or Pierre Lee's Melu shot as well. We are pretty much going to end up on the course of going on the best of the rest. Lens and Lille can't capitalise on us messing up. Just the problem is we've got a massive gap between us and PSG. Who still haven't lost in 13 games, by the way. Never mind, that was our first loss. In terms of problems, so I've fallen out with Crepin Diatta because he's crap and he wanted more game time, but I'm not going to give him it because he's awful. I am simply going to sell him off. That and the fact that he wanted to join Montpellier and I wouldn't let him. So if we go to the where's the club fit? No, it's Dynamics, isn't it? Yeah, we have two players unhappy. So Mohamed Kamara wants to leave as well. He first wanted to go on loan for himself, then he wanted to join AZ. So I am probably going to end up just selling both of them and try and sort it from there. So see, and now this is just kicked in. Because I tried to get them to pay 8 million and they said they didn't want to. So, I'm going to have to sort this out. 1 second. Alright, so I'm going to get on with the game. We've got to play Montpellier. See, this is the kind of shit you deal with. That you want to try and get good money for them, but then they pull out immediately. You know, they'll offer like 2 million under what you want. And then they'll pull out, and then now that's permanently unhappy. So, Oh yeah, we are also very, 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 very poor at the minute. Financially, we are in a huge hole. I can at least eat the budget into that. Yeah, we are massively over the wage budget. So I think if we do sell off Kamara and Diatta, we may not be able to replace them. We've lost a lot of money, mostly because of paying out wages and because we do not get a lot of gate receipts here. I may have driven the club into a little bit of debt. So, I am going to get on with the schedule. We have Montpellier, Reims, Olympique Lyon, and Toulouse. So, and then we go into winter break, I believe. So, I'm going to see you guys at the end of December, and hopefully I will not have been completely mutinied on. See you guys in a minute. Okay, it's the end of December. The results have been great, but I have an upcoming problem. We'll get on to the results first. Yeah, 4 straight wins. We got a 2-1 against Montpellier. They did score late, and we did have to hold out, and it was very annoying. We then comfortably beat Rennes. They didn't really put up much of a fight. Goals from Maripane and Golovin. And then we beat the crap out of Olympique Lyon. 2 goals for Wissam Mbeda, 1 for Takumi Minamino, another for Salisu, and then 1 for Caio Henrique. The only unfortunate thing is that Minamino got his ribs broken. So he's out. He was out for the rest of the month after that. So we missed the Toulouse game, which we won comfortably 4-0. Shame, actually. I've been to Toulouse Stadium, or at least I've stood outside it. It was closed when I went there. Balogun, Vanderson, Zakarin, and Golovin all got their goals. I have now sold Mohamed Kamara. Just got him out of the way. He has gone to RC Lens for 6 million. And we've now got Balogun wanting to start more games with Wenyeta not really getting goals against Lyon. I'm quite happy to give Balogun a few more starts. The problem that I have is AFCON, because Taibi, Salisu, and Singo are all travelling to AFCON. So I have a problem. Minamino can feel in there, because that is 2 of my 4 starting centre-back, or 3 starting centre-backs. I have made a link to sort it out. I'm going to see if I can get Totti on loan to the end of the season. He will join on the 1st, so that should be fine. So I'm going to skip. You're going to see me skip through to the 1st. I'm going to see if he can cover it, because it just means that I can get a player in, so that I'm not trying to fucking cope with playing Matisma, because he is only like 19 and he's not very good at that. So, oh fuck. Well, at least we'll get some money in. I'll tell you what, if Man City come in for Vanderson, I'm fucking rinsing them. Yeah. Good. That's fine. 1.5 million. Problem is they made that non-negotiable. And they are massively underpaying. So, what I want... Problems, that's potential in excess of 6 million, but that's non-negotiable. But it's 7 million, 6... I'll have to take it. They know we're fucking broke as well. No, I need to keep you for depth. It's fine. I want to keep you for depth as well. This is the problem. I literally opened, and now everyone is up for loan or sale. Because I think a little klaxon has gone off that says we have no money. Vanderson, I think Singo. The only problem with selling Vanderson now is that Singo is still at AFCON. So I'm going to have to try and find his replacement the second he leaves. So that's a little bit of a shit. I think that's a little bit shit from the game itself, But we'll have to sort that out when it comes to it. Anyway, I will see you guys at the end of January. And I'll show you whether I've been able to patch the squad together. Anyway, see you guys. It's been a month. It's been hell of a month. Okay, I'm going to get this started off. We're going to go straight to the transfers. So, as you know, we were on the verge of losing Van der Sar. So, Van der Sar has gone to Manchester City. He was signed for 28 million, or 21 million up front, rising to 28 million. On top of that, Golovin is now at Newcastle. He was signed for, well, I'll show you. 29 million up front, rising, 38.5 million up front, rising to 52 million. I absolutely fucking rinsed the Saudis for Golovin. Totti, I brought in on loan from Wolves, and then immediately remembered he's from Guinea-Bissau, so he was also absent for African Cup of Nations. I brought in Felix Agu, just to make up the numbers at right back, with Van der Sar going. The fans are angry, but he should actually be all right. And then to replace Golovin, I've signed Hwang Hee-chan from Wolves, because I literally couldn't get anyone else. I didn't inquire for Anthony Martial, because he was available for only 1 million, but he wanted £105,000 a week to play for us. And I just thought, no, you're not that good, sunshine. I'm not bringing you back to Monaco for that amount of money. So basically, this is the team we're going to be playing against Le Havre. Singo is still on international duty with the Ivory Coast. They did lose, but I think they're still in the semi-final, but I think there's a third place game. So we've got everyone else back. It's been an absolute shit show. And yet we've won every single game. Saint Etienne was fine. That was as it was. Reims was where we got promised because Caio Henrique, I had to rush back at left back. He's now torn his calf muscle and is out for 3 months. My starting left back is now Ismail Jacobs. But I'm probably going to put either Lino Sousa there. I'm literally just going to play Lino Sousa. He will be my wing back going forward. But we thankfully 2 goals from Ben Sahir helped us. We then beat Lille Osc in the 10th Cup French round. It was a bloody hard thing because I'll tell you what, we had Agu and Ismail Jacobs fullbacks and they had their hands full. We went behind to a 17-minute Lenny Euro strike and then Golovin dug us out along with Pozo. And then we managed to beat Marseille with 2 goals from Wissam Ben Yedder. I don't know how we're going to cope without our top scorer because Golovin had scored a lot of goals for us. And it's going to be very difficult because he was the guy that kept digging us out. He scored 12 goals in 18 games. So, of course, Newcastle came knocking. And, of course, we lost Van der Sar to Manchester City. At this point, I'm genuinely considering this is the Monaco experience. You lose your best players to England or to PSG. Christ, I feel bad for them. Anyway, I'm going to come back in the end of February. I think we're quite quiet bar the cup game against RC Lens. Oh no, we're quite busy. So yeah, this is going to be incredibly fun. We've got Nice, Toulouse, and RC Lens. Okay, so I'm going to at least try and get past the 11th round. Then we'll be in the quarterfinal against either Guingamp or Rons. So probably Rons. Yeah. I mean, it doesn't look that bad for the rest of the season. And we've got a decent lead in the Ligue 1. So we're solid in second, but we're way behind PSG. So yeah. Oh yeah, Newcastle also came in for Yusuf Fofana, but I managed to get him with a promise of getting into the Champions League because he wanted to play in the Champions League. But I said, well, we're on course to qualify, so we'll get there. This is going to be so much fun. I'll see you guys at the end of February. Okay, it's the end of February, and it's been okay apart from one black stain. Just before we go, as an added bonus, Newcastle really stuck the knife in. They've offered Ben Yedder a contract. He is joining them on the 1st of July 2024, but I'm not here by then. This is a one-season wonder. We're not doing it in 2. So, in terms of the results, we beat Le Havre fairly easily. I'm going to be totally honest. This French Cup 11th round game, I simmed and whole day through it, and I did not expect a 7-2. Seems like we did quite well with goals from Hee-Chan, Wissam Ben Yedder, Ben Seguir, Moen Boadu, Marapan, and Minamino. Then we got battered 5-0 by OGC Nice, which is where one of the big issues I think this team is going to have going forward is that I don't have any decent fullbacks at the minute. The best fullback I have is Wilfred Singo. Jacobs, I mean, he'll be fine for the PSG game. Jacobs is not good enough. Agu is not good enough. Lino Sousa is too young. And Caio Henrique is still out for another 3 to 7 weeks. He's not going to be back until middle of April. Unfortunately, that was my fault. I pushed him too hard. Anyway, so unfortunately, we got absolutely ripped apart by Nice, who pretty much were in control for most of the game. Colm was awful. Most of the centre-backs were awful. No one was particularly any good. We then bounced back to beat Toulouse with goals from Jacobs and Ben Yedder. We then beat RC Lens 1-0 with a goal from Hee-Chan, though we weren't that great defensively. Colm did kind of save our asses. And then we smashed the Iguin. We did fall behind 2-0 though. I was furious at half-time. Ben Seguir got us a goal back before the half. But goals from Singo, Pozo, and a late hat-trick from Wissam Ben Yedder got us back, and we won eventually. But of course, we have to face Paris Saint-Germain in the semi-final. So I don't think we'll reach the final, but it is Paris Saint-Germain. It's like the hardest fixture you can get. And we do have to play them on this Saturday, on the 2nd of March. But we don't have any midweek games for the whole week. It's only these 4 matches. We should be fine. We are probably at this rate basically nailed on for second. So again, it's just fucking PSG. I don't think they've lost 2 games all season, one to Lille and one to Lens. By comparison, we've lost 3. We've lost 2 as well, but we've also drawn 3 games. They've won nearly every single game, including beating us 1-0. Unless we can pull off a miracle, I don't think PSG are going to collapse that hard. Anyway, I'm going to see you guys at the end of March. Hopefully aside from losing to PSG probably, we'll hopefully win the rest of the games. I think it's Strasbourg, Lorient and Metz. We should be okay. Anyway, I'll see you at the end of March. Okay, March is over. And I've got big news. I beat PSG and then fucked it up and drew to Strasbourg. Yeah, we beat PSG with a very late goal from Wang Hee-Chan. It was probably like Cone played the game of his life. PSG had about 15 shots. I'll show you how many shots they had. Wild. Yeah, 22 shots. 8 on target. Cone made 10 saves. Most of the team was okay. The real big performer was basically Cone and Zakaria, who did exceptional. We got absolutely bad. We had 3 shots, 3 on target, 1 goal from Wang Hee-Chan. And we drew 0-0 to Strasbourg, so we handed them another fucking points advantage. Basically, at this point, I believe we're 3 points behind them with 2 losses. And they've got 3 because we inflicted 1. So we also beat Lorient 2-1, although I put on some of the kids halfway through. Like the likes of Sousa, Agu, and Matazo. And it didn't... We almost... Or not Matazo. I can't remember the name of the kid. But we almost threw it away. We got goals from Balogun and Pozo, and then we beat Metz 2-0. Again, we were massively under the cosh for that. So we've now got to go play Paris Saint-Germain in the French Cup semi-final. We've got games against Reims, Lille, Brest, and Olympique Lyon. So this will be very fun. This is probably going to be this is probably the most difficult month. Though we have got enough we've got a massive 17-point cushion. We're already in the Europa League. We should be able to get Champions League easily. Although I can see us getting a few L's here. Reims should be fine. They're not doing very well. But Lille and Brest, who are very difficult to face, will be a problem. So my main focus, though, is getting through this game, where we have to play Paris Saint-Germain. Hopefully, we'll do well, but I don't think so. Anyway, I'll see you. It's the end of April.
All right. It is the 1st of May. April is over. The fixtures went, unfortunately, are not parts of the French Cup final. We lost 2-0. We ended up giving away a very cheap near-post header to Dembele and then killing Mbappe scored a penalty. we weren't particularly very good. We didn't really offer a lot going forward. That was very unfortunate. And then we at least beat Rounds 2-1. So we ended up with goals from Minamino and Balogun managed to get us a 2-1 win. We then beat Lille 2-0 with goals from Ichan and Nieto. Then we beat Brest 2-0. I mean, they were very routine performances, routine goals. And we frustratingly ended up drawing with Olympique Lyon at their place. So Balogun put ahead, but then unfortunately Alexander Lacazette was able to run through and slip past the goalkeeper. And we couldn't really respond to that. It was unfortunate. So that leaves us 5 points behind PSG with about 9 points to play for. And I don't think PSG, with their schedule, which, by the way, look at the last PSG schedule, they rarely lose games. They're in the semi-finals of the Champions League. They've got Nice, Toulouse, Metz, and the cup final. Yeah. They're not going to get another loss between now and then. So I think, unfortunately, we're a shit out of luck. So we're probably going to end up finishing second. Unfortunately, I would have liked to win France. I'm going to play the last 3 games, Clermont, Montpellier, and Nantes. But at least I've got Caio Henrique back, and we might even see appearance from Brilliant Bolo, if I can get him registered in time. Yes, let's do that. 1 second. Can I register him? Oh. The window's closed, so I can't play him, but at least he's going to be back fit. So, yeah. Just make one change coming into the... There we go. So at least we've got this to go. So I'm going to go to the end of May, and then we're going to just talk about my experience doing this save and how I found the season. Anyway, see you later. Before we get to the end of the season, this is Brilliant Bolo telling me that he's outgrown this club after he hasn't actually played for it. You cannot make this shit up. Okay, I did the last game of the season and then holidayed and missed the end of season recap. Basically, the schedule was fine. We beat Clermont and then laboured 2 draws, mostly due to squad rumblings over Brilliant Bolo, as I showed you, because he wants to leave. He has handed in transfer requests. He's wanted by every single team in the Premier League. At least I can probably try and generate a bidding war. See if I can... Oh, wait, what do I even get? I'd at least get in a bidding war, see if I can... Yeah, I'd at least try and get a bidding war, because if every single team in the Premier League is going to offer something, I at least want to get the money. So, basically, I at least want to get the money. I think from doing this, I was able to get a second place finish to be the best of the rest. The main concern was losing 5-0 to Nice. We only lost like 3 games all season. 2 of those... I know we didn't. We only lost 2 games all season. We actually lost less games than PSG, but we got a lot of draws. It was actually pretty impressive. I managed to get a system that was able to effectively score goals. I actually like this tactic that I play. I will say it was going great. January was annoying losing Golovin and Van der Sar. But I suppose that's basically AS Monaco, is that they buy in young players and then when they're performing well, they immediately get bought by the Premier League or PSG in most cases. I mean, it's what happened to their 2017 title-winning side. It was literally picked apart because everyone could offer the team more money and a guaranteed repeated trophies. So I think if you're wanting to do a Wonderskate save, I'd say definitely do AS Monaco because that's their whole shtick. I was struggling to find quality replacements for Golovin and Van der Sar because effectively my entire scouting budget and my entire scouting department was basically a bunch of 17, 18-year-olds who were 2 stars. Oh, but they'll be 5 stars in like 3 years. I'm not looking for that. I'm looking for quality now so I don't end up bloody 6th, 7th and miss out on Europe. So, but I was at least managed to keep most of the team together. I was going to continue this with Wissam Ben Yedder going off the budget and probably selling Mbolo and Caio Henrique, who's also being touted by multiple clubs. I could probably end up getting a significant budget to be able to buy some quality and at least some ready-made 20-year-olds that can really start performing. I think it's
probably less. This was less challenging than doing OGC Nice, I will say. Nice was really struggling last year because like you had no money, and there was some really, really absolute dross at the club. But it's been entertaining to say the least. I will be doing another one of these. I'm going to try and get one of these out every Sunday for the next while. This one's come out very late because I have barely just got it done. I'm recording this like 3 hours before this video has been uploaded. The next one will be quite fun. I have like 6, 7 already planned. And then after that, I might simply go to voting. Depends how many of these I can actually get out. Anyway, if you've enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like. If you want to see more, you can always subscribe. I've been Cam Bear Run, and thank you for watching.